Recently, Hillary Clinton wanted to convince people that she's as dedicated as Bernie Sanders is to fighting the corporations that have captured our politicians. Now, that's hilarious, but I'm going to give you her quote first. She says, "You're not going to find anybody more committed to aggressive campaign finance reform than me." She was promising to, quote, "crack down on corporations that game the system." Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I can find somebody more committed to aggressive campaign finance reform than you. It's the guy standing right next to you, Bernie Sanders, because you're continuing to take all the super PAC money and he's not taking any. And he's saying he's going to fix the system, and you're saying, well, maybe we tweak it. Incremental reform. Gee, I wonder who's for more reform. All right, well, if you're unclear, let's go find out who the Clintons are going to fundraise with right now. So she was going to have a fundraiser with some Wall Street executives, and it was right before the New Hampshire voting, so that looked bad, so she canceled that. But she didn't cancel it, she delayed it. So now the fundraisers are back to full scale with the Clintons. So David Sirota breaks this down. According to fundraising information collected by the nonpartisan Sunlight Foundation, former President Bill Clinton is scheduled to appear Friday at a Hillary Clinton campaign fundraiser in Cincinnati, chaired by Alan Berliant, CEO of frozen food conglomerate Best Express Foods. The company is regulated by the Food and Drug Administration, which in 2011 said it had discovered listeria and, quote, significant violations of food safety regulations at the company's manufacturing facility in Michigan. Okay, we're just getting started. Now, they have some issues that they'd like to take up with the government, and they happen to be giving a ton of money to Hillary Clinton, who might be the next president. Probably a coincidence. Now, the food industry is not the worst violator of crony capitalism. Let's keep going and see if we can find something worse. 3 days later, Chelsea Clinton is scheduled to be in Columbus, Ohio, for a campaign fundraiser at the home of Susan Tomasky, who is listed as a board member of the multi-billion-dollar energy behemoth Public Service Enterprise Group. The New Jersey company is one of the nation's largest utilities and has nuclear power plants and gas pipeline interests. In recent months, PSEG has lobbied federal regulators on nuclear energy issues and lobbied Congress on environmental rules, energy regulations, and issues related to nuclear waste disposal and a decontamination fee. Now, look, Susan Tomasky might be a wonderful human being. PSEG might be a good company, but that isn't the point. And I don't speak to either one of those things. I have no idea if they're a great company, a bad company. The point is, we can't have giant corporations or people with a ton of money giving money to politicians when they have interests before the government, and that politician could decide that later when he or she is president. That is a corrupt system. That's corrupt by definition. It's systemically corrupt. Anyone in Hillary Clinton's position would be caught in a bind. Hey, thank you for giving my campaign millions of dollars and getting me elected president. Now, when you say, hey, I got a regulatory issue with my nuclear power plant, what am I going to tell you? Piss off? No, that's not what they're going to do. What they've been doing for decades is, oh, I'm all ears. What do you need from me? Next Tuesday, Hillary Clinton is scheduled to appear at back-to-back fundraisers co-hosted by officials from Wall Street colossus BlackRock, including Cheryl Mills, Clinton's former State Department chief of staff, and a current board member of the Clinton Foundation. Nice revolving door there. According to Politico, BlackRock fundraiser for Clinton had been scheduled for last week, but Clinton's campaign postponed it until after the New Hampshire primary following criticism of her Wall Street ties by her opponent, U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont. So Hillary Clinton's idea of reform is, oh, I won't go get money from BlackRock right before the voting. I'll do it a little after the voting. Oh, okay. Too bad, Hillary. This is a primary. The voting continues. Yes, you've caught it at a moment where it's not a couple of days before the election, but yes, we have Nevada coming up. Yes, we have South Carolina coming up. And you can't hide this stuff. This is what you do. This is who you are. You are a part of this establishment that believes it's awesome to take millions of dollars from all these companies, turn around and tell us that it doesn't affect you at all. You're superhuman. You don't care about millions of dollars. A lot of these companies, remember, especially the banks, gave money directly to the Clintons in the form of speeches. Hillary Clinton, at least $3 million. Bill Clinton, when you put him in, about $10 million the Clintons put into their own personal pockets from the banks. And they tell us, no, that we're superhuman. The $10 million doesn't affect us at all. Yeah, if you say so. But can you not see how we would be a little skeptical about that? Okay. A day after the BlackRock fundraisers, Clinton is slated to be in Chicago for an event at the home of Valor Equity Partners founder Antonio Gracias. The firm has invested in pharmaceutical, automobile, and energy companies regulated by the federal government. As a private equity firm, it also part of an industry that could face increased regulatory scrutiny from the next administration's Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, International Business Times talked about some policies that Hillary Clinton has in regards to the markets. I actually like some of those policies. Yes, it might wind up helping a couple of these companies, but I still think that they're good policies. And again, I have no reason to believe any of these guys are bad guys. If you're a private equity company, you're in a lot of different industries, and a lot of those industries have business in front of the government. I understand all that, but it doesn't make it any better that we have legalized bribes so that you guys, even if you're good guys, bribe a candidate, and we call it legal. It's just a campaign contribution. I'm just paying her for a speech. I'm just giving money to her campaign or to her super PACs. The Supreme Court made it legal. And then after all those bribes, you expect us to believe that it has no effect on the politicians and that you, as a company, think, no, I'd like to give millions of dollars out of the goodness of my heart. Me, as a corporation or someone on Wall Street, care about profits? No, I would never. It's preposterous. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton turns it around and says that it's outrageous, quote, to link donations to my political campaign, or really donations to anyone's political campaign, with undue influence with changing people's views and votes. Here's how many real Americans share that sentiment. Almost none. I know it based on the polling. Over 80% of Republicans and Democrats say, yes, money has a corrupting influence on politics. So you want to go around saying, oh no, undue influence. The millions of dollars I've gotten, the millions of dollars they've given me, they don't expect any return on investment. They don't expect any favors. They just want to feel better about themselves. And not only does she say it doesn't affect her, but it wouldn't affect any politician. So how are you going to run against the Republicans? Bernie Sanders can say against the Republicans, you guys do crony capitalism. You guys are sellouts to multinational corporations and to Wall Street. Hillary Clinton is going to say, nothing, because she's doing the same thing, and now she's even defending the same thing that the Republicans do. That's the candidate you want? That makes no sense to me at all. And if you're a Democrat, how are you going to defend that in the general election? So that's it. You lose your best weapon against the Republicans. The Republicans are sellouts to their donors. We all know it. That's the whole point of their existence. But Hillary Clinton is promising you that she will not use that as an argument against them. That does not make her more electable. It makes her infinitely less electable.